Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. One, for some reason the trailers got fixed overnight. Today everything is fine again, so that's good. Two, we are back on Strakarov. The airport is being worked on. Well, no surprise there. This is actually exactly after the last episode, and we have to fix heat. Now, I did some looking, and I did some thinking, and I did just back and forth a little bit. I don't think I'm the biggest fan of a single single heat source. So in this case, we only use coal. What if coal runs out? We have a problem. So I think I'm gonna go just a little cheaper route just for this city. I don't normally use them, but we will have a small penalty for using those. Are you curious about what I'm trying to tell you? I really do like the look of the city, the way it's set up right now. These buildings are a little OP on how much they can actually handle, but overall, it's really nice. There's a train just coming through. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. How's this bridge? Yeah, it works. Does its thing. Whoa. Apparently it wants to go refuel right now, so we're not gonna follow him. But no, the city itself, it's pretty. I like it. Once the airport is done, I think it will be even better. And we can probably add some more landmarks and other things in here as well. I'm gonna wait on the construction pieces that we need for the helicopters to get done, because it's gonna be a little while. So that is fine. Instead, right now I'm gonna concentrate on heat, because we are in May. It's not very late yet, and it's a good time to catch up on heat. What am I looking for? Well, go to your different heat exchangers. This one, for example, is only serving, or is only being used 76% of the capacity, which is awesome. Right there, everyone should be happy. That has a red line connected to it right now. So I have to start worrying about these guys. These guys are really covered by this guy, but it is at capacity and a little more. Well, capacity and a little more. It's double its capacity right now. So what I need to do is take away about half the buildings that this guy is serving. And if you look at this, about half are up here and half are down here. So I think if I put something that takes at least the bottom half, we should be happy. Now I looked at a bunch of different options. Heat exchangers, yes, we could use these to make this work, but I very strongly feel now that this city deserves geothermal. I looked at them, and the only thing that I really care about is the heat water tank capacity, and that's 400 cubic meters. That's a little more than a large pipe can carry, so there you go. It has some pollution. Pollution will not be good for our citizens. That's why I feel like this may be a semi-appropriate trade-off for what we're getting and what we're buying. So I don't feel super terrible about using this. But let's look at this. It covers most of the new buildings over here. It covers some of the buildings that this heat exchanger is currently using. So this should be an okay spot. We do get an extra bonus for using a geothermal plant like this in this location, which is simply workers should always be available to work at the geo plant without issues. Why's the footpath on that side? Wow. Let's redo that. Let's get the footpath looking the right way. Where are you? You are here, here, T to flip. That's why we have the flippage. I like it. I do want to cover as much ground as possible, so right here should be fine. And then we just give you an extra footpath in there and here, and life should be all right. Cool. First one. That's not the only one. We have another heat exchanger down here. This one's only using 41%, and this guy should help that along nicely, so I don't think this one will be a real issue. But the only other heat exchanger that we have, unless I am missing one, where's the one for over here? Where's the heat coming from? You don't have a heat connection. That would explain that. Yes. What about you? Do you have a heat exchanger? You have a heat exchanger. There's one. Haha, I knew there was one closer here. 146%. I do think the heat exchanger that we're building here will take away a little bit of the load of this guy as well, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Over here, we only have one heat exchanger. It's hiding behind this building, and this one is at 200%, and it doesn't have any support. You can see that by the total capacity and the maximum drain. If they're the same, then this one is just doing all the work by itself. And it's handling most of those buildings. So if I could build something that covers the buildings on this side, like closer to this part of the street, and maybe even cover the tourism area, I think we would be in a really, really, really good spot. So what I want to do, I don't want to overdo the heating. I think I'm just going to use a small one again with the 400 cubic meter tank. If this can fit here, we could sell it as a, yeah, you fancy tourists, you want heat and all because you're not used to it, so you get your own heating plan, but we won't tell them that we're actually covering a little more than just themselves. How is that? So if we get you here, then we don't cover these two hotels. Do you have any heat? No, you don't have heat. And do you have any heat? No, we don't. So what I could do is make it a slightly bigger heating plant as we have there. Maybe move it over a little bit. So if we do this one, we have 800 cubic meters in the tank. That will be a little better. Obviously, the heating plant itself will be just a little larger, which will make it harder to place. I saw a place where it could. There we go. A little harder to place, but this should give us the opportunity. Yeah, so we're covering a good amount of buildings here that the original heat exchanger already was covering. And now we can just build another heat exchanger on this side that connects to that guy, and then we should be in business. I do feel that this is just a little bit of cheating. How much, I'll leave up to you. Because you don't need any resources. All you need is some engineers and some workers, and we should have those, and they will produce heat. It's in the city, so it will produce some pollution. I hope it's not going to be too much pollution. It's just going to be mostly in the winter, so all of that I hope will work out in my favor, but it could also be a relatively large penalty, actually, so kind of looking forward to that. Looking for heat exchanger with 300. We have this water tower again. I already used it. We have this heat exchanger with 3 connections from one side. I don't know that is really necessary. But we could put that here because you do cover everything that I need you to cover. I don't think that's going to connect to the road though. Oh, it will. No problems actually. That's a little surprising. And then we're not going to go crazy on this. All we're going to do is just a simple underground heat pipe. So we get that one, F3, good. E, no, QQ, get you a little lower. Because I would like you to run relatively low. I don't want to see any of this pipe anywhere above ground, ideally. Building in the way, yeah, that's fine. And go there. Then we click F3. This does not look like it actually. Oh, no, there are 4 connections here. Okay. That got connected. I see a little bit of white wire or white line over here. I don't want that, so let's try that just a little better. Take away that much. Go all the way over here, go in there, and then F3 again. That looks much better. Everything is underground now, and that's what we want to see. Cool. Get that assigned. Get the team on all of this. That's good. That's good. And that's all we need. Just 2 extra geothermal plants, 1 extra heat exchanger. Hopefully takes care of everything that we need in this area. Wonderful. Now, the next thing... Why is this not really moving? Because bauxite is full. I could start exporting bauxite to the harbor. I don't hate that idea. You, apparently I still have you on sometimes going to coal. But really don't need that anymore because that coal drop-off is not... It already has a train that does this. So, bauxite loader. This one goes out to the train station out here, actually. Let's go do this through the line menu. It's generally a little easier. So, there you go. It goes all the way out here to the aggregate unloading, and that is good. And I want you, because it looks like relatively full most of the time, I would like you to start bringing that down here to the harbor. Like I just said, these are the unloaders. That's good. There's already one standing there. You unload here. I don't even need you to wait until unloaded, but that should take care of this. User, get out of here. I actually like that this is taking... Oh, it's taking the bypass. I like that. It determined that the bypass, the green line, is going to be the fastest connection. That's really nice. And it gets some fuel there, and then it just stays, it just runs forward all the time. And it's hopefully not going to block any of my other traffic. That is very, very good, actually. How many people do we have here? Just some workers standing there anymore, but I think that is fine. This city will just grow really, really fast, and that will be exciting. You, train, get out of here. Thank you. Cool. So, with that on the way, another thing that I forgot earlier. I built this post connection. I redid this. There's now a road here that goes through instead of having these pieces just be open for no reason. It's just one entrance on this side right now. That should be good enough. Don't want to sign that. But there's one other piece that I haven't done very well, and I'm going to try to fix that now, which is right here. So I had this border post already put here, but then I have another road connection right here, which is completely senseless. So instead of making it really stupid, how about we do something that actually looks more appropriate? Yeah. So get this, and I'm fine with that little swirl in there. And then we get this one connected to what it actually needs to be connected to. Looking at that, this footpath connection is no longer required for, well, it's still required to build that piece, but otherwise it would be completely useless. I want you to come in here because there's another thing that I think I will need. So we get that one in there now. There's this big empty space here. And then in that big empty space, I think what would fit best is a fire station, airport fire station. I didn't even know I had these, but I love that I do. How many spots do you have? Spots for vehicles: 3, 2, 1. 3 is fine. 3 is a good number. I'm happy with that. So we'll just get you in here, and you should be relatively happy and should be able to get to all the different spots that are available here. Get you there, and then the last thing I will do is just get a dirt path connection here so we can actually build this. I think that looks pretty good right here. So now we have heat fixed. Well, I hope we will have heat fixed by the time winter is here, I should say. We have that fixed. We have this fixed. We have, well, ignore those little icons over there because they will be there unless I sell all those pieces. Should I speed time up at this point? I do want to get a couple things done, so we'll just speed it up. That's fine. I will keep babysitting the rail. It's just the easiest way at this point, so just deal with it. These guys, we should be able to start building them once this bridge is done, and it really shouldn't take that long. We may even be able to watch some of that soon. Okay. Let's go somewhere where we already have workers, which is right here, that we can use to get our bitumen and concrete moving. Now, to do that, we need to be in range of this. So we have 400 meters. There's a big spot here. There's a relatively small spot here and here that we could use, or there's another big spot here. I feel more inclined to say that this spot over here is the better version. Let's go there. Get a concrete plant. I don't know if I need a modded one. 3.5 water tank. No, the modded ones don't use the water yet, so it's not really a good option for me. Concrete, yes, somewhere here you will need. Where's the water? Oh, these guys have only sewage connections? Very interesting, because we do have the water available. I think I will tap one of these towers and run the water back up here. Or even... Yeah, I think that's... Well, there's a pump here that I could use, that I could tap into. Just have some water being available for these guys should be nice. And if I go that route, then I think The connections up here will be the most beneficial. So how about we just do that? I don't like that the power line is right here then. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't want each of these to have their own gravel pit. But let's just see how this works out. So if I put concrete there, if I put asphalt here, bitumen, yeah, bitumen wires or lines we should be able to move pretty easy. But the, see, this is already getting too tight. I don't like where this is. I could put this potentially on this side, and then I wouldn't have those problems, but right now I don't even have power. So the power comes from there. So if, I think I may have just found a, I don't know if I want to say solution for my problem, but I found something that I can do for what I want to do here. So I need gravel first. Gravel is on hotkey 8 for me, and I think I will just use my normal conveyors that I like to use. One on this side and one on that side. Yeah, this might work. This might work. This might work. Well, so what I'm not sure about is the helicopter parking spots that I have here. Actually, I need the cargo parking spots. Do I? I think it has to be cargo, but I may be very mistaken. It may just be the heliports that I need for this. I haven't built these in so long. Apparently, I forgot. Nope, I just need the normal ones. Okay, so what I'm hoping is that there is enough space in between here that I can put 2 of the large heliports like this next to each other with the construction buildings right there as well. So concrete plant goes here. Concrete comes from the back. So the concrete plant would have to sit somewhat like this, which is not the end of the world. It looks a little funny, but I think it will make sense in the long run. Get you in here. That's good. That one is connected. Now we need the gravel is coming in from that side, and the dry bulk, which we should have available. Come on, autosave. Thank you. A little more. Yeah. There's no reason to make this as complicated as I'm making it right now, but I'm making it complicated anyway, so just deal with it. Yeah, no, I think we can get the dry bulk from down here. There's a good spot available. So as long as I can get the heliport right here, we're in a pretty good spot. The only problem that I see right away is that that road is not going to connect where I need it. So I would need this road to potentially connect on the other side, which is not the end of the road, but it just doesn't look as pretty. I think there is a different option if I turn both of these heliports around, have them go to the same place, and maybe have the road go on the south side here. That could look nice enough. Like that. Push it as far into that thing as I can, and then... Yeah, I didn't think there was... Ooh! I did not believe that there was going to be enough room for this guy to even fit in, but stand corrected. There was more than enough room. So now those two can come in there. That looks good. We just need the extra material available. We do have the oil refinery and all that stuff, bitumen, available over here already. So we just need a truck that actually makes sure that we get it out here. But this should all be pretty simple from here on out. Let's see. Let's see how simple it is, people, Joe. Truck, small aggregate storage. Yes. You know what? When we need it, we will need it. That's just something that always surprises me and really shouldn't surprise me at all. So how about I start with the mid-conveyors? I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put this right here. Then I'm going to use some of the simple conveyors. I don't need a triple, I just need a through. Just this one. Don't need anything fancy. There you go. That's a relatively right angle. And that is a relatively right angle as well. I am happy with that. We do need a footpath connection to get this built. We do need a footpath connection to get that built, but we can arrange that later on. This footpath connection should get us... There's no footpath connection here. It's a little sad. We'll just take a little shortcut. That should be fine. This one, they can just walk in right there. That should be good. Let's get a road connection in here while we can. Don't see anything wrong with that, really. So that is good. Footpath connection on here. All right. Now we get the gravel in here. Obviously, we still need the actual gravel storage, but that is the easiest problem of all. Flip you around because I want the road connection to point to the other side. Here's the thing. I really, really, really like how much of the space that we have available in this area I'm actually using already. What I don't like is how much space we're using in this area on a very large map, because there's so much more map available, and I'm really just dinking around on this side of the river, and there's more. There's just more to it, and I would like to get to those places. There's a footpath there. Okay, just go there. Yeah, we'll just go through. That's fine. The last thing I think that we want here is a truck aggregate unloading. I am vehicle 2224. I'm happy to just throw one of these in here. Don't see a big problem with that. I don't know that we will ever need this. But better have it and not need it than not have it and need it. We could do one-way roads here. I don't think that is necessary for our type of construction. So get that one in there. And that should be good. Are you in range of the power source that is over there? That is the question that I have not looked at all. Yeah, you should be fine. There are at least two that are in your range, so don't worry about that. Cool. Next thing that we need, obviously, is a cement tower. That's not in there. Let's see. There should be one in dry bulk. Right here, row, dry bulk unloading, and dry bulk storage. I don't see a good reason to not use this one. Even without an engine, the factory should be able to just pull in whatever it needs, and I like the location of this, so I will approve of you right away. Very good. And then we really just need liquids, which is a storage tank. And this is bitumen, so I don't want to overdo it with the bitumen. That's an interesting storage. I haven't seen that before. Don't want to overdo it with the bitumen, but we need enough to make it at least do the things that we need. Do you not have collisions? Oh, you do have collisions. Interesting. Oh, you don't have collisions everywhere. That's weird. I don't like that. You have 10,000, you have 5,000, 400 tons. Yeah, this is... Look at all those connections. Look at all those connections. That's a little ridiculous. I can't say that I dislike it. But it's a little crazy, but maybe we'll just use that one because it's already connected there. And there you go. You have that connection right here. I don't think it's a one-way, so this should be fine. Yeah, this should take care of everything that we need for the construction crews later on. I do like to assign everything that we can here really quick because it's mostly just gravel that has to come out there, so these guys can actually start moving. The geothermal plants, just heating in general, we have to get that constructed ASAP, so that is important. These guys are not... Wow, surprised that the wall got completed. But that's nice. These guys are not super important right now. They will get important when I want to start building the harbor city, the port city out there. So bear with me until then. These guys. What can I do to make them work a little better? I could technically complete this piece sooner rather than later. But yeah, I have to change a lot of signals. I really don't want to do that right now. So I'm just not. Get you in here and you in here, and then if there's a construction crane in there, it's not going to block everything. That's important. Same thing on this side. Put something underneath here so life can just move on. Cool. That feels good. Now, where are we? 25 minutes. Excellent. I've been thinking about some industry out here. We will have a lot of workers in the city. There are already a lot of workers that are unemployed at this point. I would like to... Ooh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Forgot something. Water. I don't have water for these guys, and they will require water. It doesn't have to be refined water in this case, but they do want some water. And if I can connect them here, I take them off the supply chain for these guys, because there are some water tanks running around right now, but if we don't need them, we don't need them, and life should be a lot better. So that's good. Now, measuring tool. We're at 83 meters here. We are at 83 meters here, plus 50 meters for the tower, so this should work just fine without a pump. You can tell me later that I was wrong, but for right now, that's what I'm thinking. Can you run all the way back up here without complaining? Wow. Did not expect that, but is good. We could, well, technically we could connect another guy here. What is this? No, these are, ooh, these are the pumps. Yeah, that's right. These are the pumps and these are the outputs. We could connect another one for the towers here, but I don't think there's a need for it. So yeah, we're just going to do that. Do some redundant piping underneath the ground and take care of this whole area up here. I think that'll be good. That's fine. Cool. How are we doing here? We have some chemicals. We have these guys working. We have a lot of this. We have some bitumen. That is nice. And we have some fuel. All of that feels really good. Industry. Where do we want to put an industry? This industry has to be served with this train platform, not because I absolutely want to, but there's going to be so much personnel running around here that we just need large trains, passenger trains, to get people to work. So the next working industry or worker area that I set up has to be relatively heavy on workers that we need. Where could we put one? There's some room down here, which I don't hate. I would kind of like to use this. And I was thinking, we're not really producing a lot of clothing right now. So why don't we look at what we need for that? Well, I can start with vanilla for this one. There's a water tank there. It requires 11 cubic meters of water per day, and water quality is 85%. So we could use a separate pump, or we can just run one more water connection from up there down here. I don't think either of those options will be very complicated. I could even connect another tower in the middle of the city, run water to that tower, and then use that to feed whatever we need down here. So that shouldn't be hard. Let's just see what setup we can get. Actually, let's see the clothing factory first. You just take fabric and clothes. Okay. You take crops, chemicals, water, and power. Not gonna lie, I almost forgot that we need crops for this to work. We have a lot of crops, yes, but I don't have a crop access to this point that is very good, because this connection here, if we overload this, there will be a lot of trains going this loop-de-loop, and that is bad. We don't want that. So either I run everything off here, which that connection would go through the city. It wouldn't be terrible. It wouldn't be great, but we can probably manage. So get crops in here one way, and get chemicals we can bring in via train or truck. Both can go on the same type of reservoir? No. Same type of storage? Yes. So that can go out here. Do I want this here? I'm not giving myself a lot of room. I just wanted to use this area, but maybe that's a stupid idea, because it would be so much easier to build some industry out here in this area, even next to the airport. The airport in general is always a hub where there's a lot of industry happening. That could work. There is a lot of room here. That's just right by the rail that we could use. There's space right next to the rail, or next to that spot that we could use. Again, this one has to be accessed by rail. That's very important, but it's not necessarily important where that is, because rail Besides, the passenger train doesn't really care how far they have to go. So, babbled on long enough. Hey, you, get out of here. Thank you. Lay of the land. A little more hilly here. There's nothing over here. Relatively hilly here. I think it will be the hardest to get a good train connection in there. How much fabric do we want to produce? Well, we're already at 10% unemployment. Where's my people? There's still nobody living with their parents. We have 2,000 unemployed workers available right now. I think we can count on 5 or 10,000 for this city that will need work. So this area can be really big, but I do want to concentrate on just clothing because we don't really have that yet. We have that one small one. So 100 workers, 5-ton fabric, and the clothing factory itself is going to consume about half of that. So it's a 1 to 2 setup. Okay, I can live with that. That's pretty good. Let's just start it somewhere, and I think we will start it. This is the flattest we have. This is not terrible. I kind of want to put it next to the airport just because I think it will look cooler. I probably just make everything more complicated because of the way I'm going to do this. I'm going to try it here. Yep, I'm going to try it here. Should I level out this whole area first? That's a good question. I don't know. Should I? Probably. I don't want to. Nope, I don't want to. I refuse. Use the normal warehouse because this is really just storage for the what's it called? For the fabric. The fabric has to be stored somewhere. So we're going to put this one here. And we may even be able to use these to pick up clothing when we're done. I know this is right next to a slope there, but I want to see how this turns out. I'm excited for this. Fabric factory. Yes, I would like... I even have a water in connector. That's a little scary, but that's okay. Well, okay, factory in right here. 1, 2. That's all we're gonna get out of this. And a simple water switch will be able to provide enough water for these guys, and we can probably pump water from the water source over here, and that should be pretty easy. So now we have 2 fabric factories that could produce up to 10 tons of fabric a day. Good. Clothing factory. We technically need to connect 4 of these. So I did something wrong. I know I looked at that earlier and then I forgot about it. So deal with it. Deal with it. Yeah, that's easier said than done. Just rotate you, then flip you, and then somewhere here is probably okay. I don't think I like this, and I'll show you in a second why. This could work. We would have excess fabric that we will produce this way. That's not terrible. I could also just remove one of these, and then we don't have to worry about that. But actually, there is no but. We just need grain to come in on this side. Nothing else. Grain and chemicals, really. But chemicals we can probably just store inside the factories themselves. How much can you store? You can store 12 tons of chemicals, and you need half a ton of chemicals, so that is almost a month worth of chemicals in a truck. We don't need anything separate for that. Crops, it will only store enough for a day. So I don't hate this. It should create extra fabric. It is near the airport. It's not right next to it. I think if I can get this as a double setup, I will buy it. Clone. You. Somewhat align this with stuff. How's that look? How's that look? How would this work? There's no other infrastructure in the way. So that connection is there. That is good. I think I want some silos on the top side here. Let's see, grain storage. Yes. 24,000 tons. That is too big. Our default one is 800 tons, and I don't think this will be a bad size for what I need here. So if I put you there. Yeah, we're going to do this. I think that's going to be fine. It's not quite what I wanted, but it's going to be fine. Put you here. Okay, I'm surprised that that fits there, but I'll allow it. Turn you around. Oh, we have also sewage that comes out of these guys. We obviously have to worry about that. And if it has a connection like this, it means you have to worry about those connections. Otherwise, what am I trying to say? If it has a connection for water and it has a connection for sewage, then you have to take care of the sewage that comes out of this. Otherwise, it will just stay there, and you can't. I think it means you can't truck it out. So we have that connection. We have 2 grain cars. Cool. Now we need cargo loading and unloading station. And this is what I was thinking. If you two could just agree on functioning here. Good. Up here, I'm not terribly worried about it. Cool. Give me a rail connection. How do you... Ooh. Surprised to see that it likes this, because there's a very clear slope happening here. Could you... There's a kink there that I would like to get rid of before I continue doing anything really ugly. That's better. That's much better. Now you go up here. Yep, that's almost smooth. This is almost smooth. This is just to deliver crop. And then they can actually go out here. They can leave on the airport exit route. I like that. And this is to deliver or to pick up clothing, and they too can exit on the same tracks. So it's just a simple through station that we can connect right after. No, that's a stupid idea. We'll just do a simple crossing here. I was going to say we can connect that right after the wall, but if we do that, then we really open us up for just a lot of bad traffic flow, because that train will always going to have to wait on whatever is waiting at the airport. We don't want that. It's not doing what I want. Autocomplete, I think we're good. I think we're good. You don't have to go crazy on this. Lower terrain, yes. There. Cool. This is fine. This should be fine in general. Yeah, no, I think we're on a really good path here. Okay, made that relatively smooth. I like it. This will be grain cars, so our grain trains. So they are relatively long, so we can leave them with a little bit of queuing space right there. That should be fine. And on the way out, can't believe that just worked. On the way out, we just hijack the existing connection, and then we should be good. There you go. It's just a single. That looks good too. And this is cargo. We still need passengers, right? Yes, we do. Okay. I have a crazy idea. Crazy idea for passengers. Either passengers go on this side, or passenger go on this side, or passengers go right here. I think this may be our best bet, but I have to see what our measurement tool says. This is 340 meters. I think we would cut it really, really close. So we could put a little hub right here. Well, no, we can't even do that because we can't reach the outside spaces for this. So I think I have to put the passenger hub. 340. Ooh. Oh, I can trick the game. Yeah, no, I can totally trick the game. That should be fine. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, we're actually gonna make this look like it belongs here. I like it. I like it a lot. How many workers do we need for this whole area? We're gonna have excess fabric, but that is fine. I'm okay with that. We can export that if we need to. I'm gonna have, I can, I may even just, I don't know. I like the bigger setup, but this is not a one-to-one, like one of these can satisfy two of these. Two of these can obviously satisfy four of these, but I don't have a warehouse here that can connect four of them. So either turn one of these off, or I just don't run it, or I run both at half volume, something. Yeah, it'll be fine. We have the construction materials. I'm not worried about that, so let's just leave them the way they are. But what I want here is a single bus stop with a single piece of track running through it. A little worried about one warehouse over there, but we'll see how that, this one. Oh, good. You can get out, which means you can get out, which means we're perfect. And this one can connect anywhere that I needed to. And, oh, you don't, should be fine. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Get you connected there, you connected here. We will never have a train stop here, or at least I'm not planning on that yet. We could, potentially, down the road, but right now I'm not really planning on that. Get you connected here, get you connected there. There's no reason for you to, I'll go the other way. So, have you come out here. Good. I was a little worried about that connection, but that works. Have you come out here? That looks good. You are friends. You come out here. That's nice. Now, this guy. Terraforming. At least I have enough construction offices around here that can make this, I don't want to say easy, but doable. Too steep a slope somewhere. There we go. Now that one's connected, relatively nice. Too steep somewhere. Here's the thing. If there's an angle problem, we're going to solve that with angles. No. Okay. Get rid of these for right now. There we go. Then we're going to put the road in here, because this is easier. Then we're going to put the rail back in. Yep, exactly like I wanted that, right? Get that one in there, get this one here, that's all connected, and that looks fine. Now, there's more to be connected on this side, obviously. Else we're never done. Why is that piece of road so... The cricket? I don't know. My dog decided that he's warm now in my office, but he always wants to be in my office. Let me point the fan at him instead of me. I think he will appreciate that. Yes, it's Hank, if you guys didn't know that. Then we'll pull you out here to make you just one connection. I kind of like that. This one is just a courtesy connection right there. We do something very similar over here. I kind of like where this is going. Wasn't sure when I started, but still, I guess I'm still not really sure, but I feel that we're going into a place that I can actually really appreciate. Get you there, get you there, get you out here, get you just connected up there. These are just road connections to get everything built. That should be fine. We have rail connections to get everything where it needs to go. That is fine. We have exit connections. That is fine. This one is not currently bound here. Now, we don't have power, and we don't have water, and we don't have sewage at this point, but most of those we should be able to just get from the river here, as long as they don't update the pollution mechanic. And even if they do, we could solve that too by just using a pump instead of taking water from the river. But yeah, I feel very confident we can take water from the river, maybe up here, and we can dump it down here, and then we don't really have a problem. That should be fine to get started. What am I missing? Oh, the other thing of how to connect this. Yeah, no problem. Okay, passenger station. This train platform should be perfect for what I want to do. Relatively parallel to the rail that's already running here. That looks good. And all we're going to do is just make a simple bypass. Doesn't have to be complicated at all. The station itself is probably long enough for all the workers that we have here. And then with that, we will... I'd like this to look a little more elegant, that I have a bridge going all the way to here, or at least to here. So let's see. I'm not convinced that I can get a bridge, but let's try it. Get you removed, give me pedestrian overpass. Yeah, we can't, I just can't fit one in there. But that is okay, because if this fits, and I'm pretty confident it does, then we should be able to get a manageable connection, at least over here. You go there, you go there, you go here, and you just pretend like you mean to go there. So we can actually build this. Now this is connected. Wonderful. And I can just tell everyone that gets dropped off at this station to go straight to this station, because this one's definitely in range. And we only care about workers. Everyone else really doesn't matter in this case. So now all we need is to bring people out to the different workplaces, which shouldn't be that complicated. Actually, a little redundant, I get that, but if this works, I think it will look kind of cool. Let's pull you out this way just a tiny bit. That's good. That's good. Get you connected, get you connected. You do need a different, you do need a road connection to get built. We get to, well, we get to that right now, because why not? Get you there, get you here. Okay, very good. So now these are taken care of, because even from here running to here, that range will be fine. All we need now is from here to get over to these guys, and those are underground passes. Again, I don't think there's a different solution for this at this point. Back you up a little bit. That looks fine. We just need one. Yeah, let's do this. I want them to be able to connect to all the pieces that I care about from here. I don't, well, if this one connects, we're good. Yeah, I didn't think this one was connecting. It would connect, so that one doesn't work, but we'll be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. I put one here. People can connect to that relatively simple. Let's go underground mode. This one, building in the way. Building. Where's the building? What building is in the way? It must be this building. That's not very helpful. Some other infrastructure is in the way, really? You can't change the elevation of these guys. Okay, let's see if we have other options. If I put you here, for example, can I get a tunnel that goes out to here? Cannot, you cannot, there's still a building in the way. Okay, F2 says there shouldn't be a building in the way over here, but we are on the same height as the building. So, if we try to go below that building, will that work? Building in the way, 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 okay. All right, fair enough. F3 to see underground again. How about here? Pedestrian tunnel, there. It's kind of not playing ball with my plan for world domination here. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? We can make an artificial better entrance right here. All we have to do is just probably push these back further in that direction or something else. But what I can do is, don't want to delete everything. What I want to do is lower the area where we're going to have the tunnel entrance. As low as we can. I guess that is as low as I'm going to get it. Pedestrian tunnel entrance right here at the bottom of that thing. And then see if this tunnel can go anywhere. Building in the way. Really shouldn't be in the way anymore, because at this point, I'm very much below that building. No questions asked. But it doesn't want to connect. Okay. We got the tunnel. Because the tunnel adds a little bit of depth. that we may be able to use. And now connect. That one is happy. Look at that. Cool. All right, that one's done. Will this one connect? Yes, it will. Look at that. Not exactly like I wanted the connection to be, but it is a connection that we need. Great. Now connect these two, building in the way, of course, because how else would it work? How about you do this, then you connect to there. Cool. They will have to take a little funky way to get to where they want to go, but I think they will be just fine. There, and there's the connection. Now these guys will have to be constructed by helicopters. I don't really have a choice on that because, well, I could take out one of these factory connections just for the time being. Honestly, why don't I just do that? Easy enough to add those back in when we need it. Take a footpath from here. There you go. Footpath, and everything can be built. Okay, cool. Yeah. Where are we? 51 minutes. Wonderful. Okay. Dog needs to go out. Sorry. Bye, dog. Just gets warm when the computer runs. I think my microphone is also a little close to the everything, so let me move that away in the last 5 minutes. Cool. Stop production. There is one of my geothermal already done. That is actually good to see. Let's just make sure that all of this is being constructed as we go through the rest, and it looks like it is. You are happy. You're happy. I'll step up here. I don't know that you're all kind of assigned, but not really. And stuff over here. Let's start on the airport, please. Awesome. You get out of here. Thanks. And while we're here, also start on the airport on this side. There you go. That's the spirit. Yep, that's what I like. Okay, so let's turn this off and on. Yeah, no, I like where this is. Just like this little industrial area by the airport. It just feels right. It just feels right. We don't have any emblems yet or any monuments. I think that is something that I omitted. How about the Independence Monument? I like it. Cool. Building something new from the new DLC. Yeah. Awesome. That's in there. That's in there. These factory connections will be added back in when we need it. I will use trucks to deliver chemicals here. Just 4 trucks each. Probably a couple more. Maybe. Actually, I don't think it would be a terrible idea to just have chemicals available over here. We could just drop those off in one of these lager houses and then pull them out with a truck, because that way we don't need extra transportation for other train supplies. So I kind of like that. And yeah, that's good. Okay, power. I don't foresee this setup to require a ton of power, and all we need to do is just cover. I should have kept the white lines on. Cover enough. And it looks like right there is where we cover everything. Wow. We're in September already. It's going to get cold here very, very, very soon. But there's the power. That should be fine here. I do need a switch. This transformer probably is what I want. I just prefer this transformer. Power is currently would come from here. You can connect all the way down here. That looks good. How about like, I wouldn't mind having this power transformer on the airport somehow where it makes sense, but right now it doesn't feel like there's a good place for it to actually do make sense. So I guess we'll just plop it over here and run no road over there because we can't. Maybe over here? Nope. Over here? Nope. How about if we flatten out this side a little bit? I mean, by that I mean raise this side a little bit. That the space between the rails and the road is somewhat even, not perfectly even. Mm-mm. Just very stubborn. Wonderful. More of this, please. Okay, now run over here, run over there. There, I saw it. Cool. Good enough. Good enough. This does not have to be anything beautiful or anything like that. So that one goes over there, gets a connection. Then we get the transformer that I like. Beautiful right here. Awesome. Then power consumption for this area, I hope a underground cable can handle it because I don't want more than that. Cool. That one's connected. That looks ugly. Try it again, please. F2. Okay. F3. Hold on. I did just apparently assign this one, and now it looks better because I don't see the white stuff. I don't see the yellow stuff sticking out either. Let's just do it again because I don't trust this. I don't need this to look completely ugly is all I'm saying. Power. Underwater, underground lines. Yes. QQ for going lower right away. Go all the way over here as low as you can and then go in there. F3? Nope. Last piece did not play along, did it? Okay, try again. Oh, okay. I can get this. I know I can. There you go. And too sharp of a turn. You just did it yourself. I know you just did exactly this, so what's your problem now? Okay, let's run from this side instead. QQ right away, nice down and low, and then you just have a somewhat crooked connection, but I think you'll be fine, and I don't see any white above ground, so assign it. Looks good. Now we still need water. We need actual water, and then we need sewage, and then we need just production water, which is a lot of water. But what's this? Oh, big water tower or small water tower. I think since this is not water production, I don't see any good reason to have anything bigger than a small water tower here. So that should be fine. Let's get the small water well for surface water, and here it doesn't need anything, literally. Right there. Looks good. Get a water connection, water pipe. Yes. This should be fine. We don't even need anything bigger. Bigger than that, I don't think. That one definitely needs a pump. I have no question about that. Where are you? You are water switch. Yeah, we're gonna need some of those. Water surface, small pumping station. Very good. In this case, I know that we just need one, so I don't have to go crazy on that. The pump does need power, so we gotta make sure we have that, but that looks good. Continue with the pipe right there. That should be good. Now, we just need two switches, really. We need one that switches from here to left and right, and one that just switches between the industries. That's good. Let's just do this. Connect you, yes. Connect you, yes. Connect you and you. Very good. I like the new water mechanics. I think they make the game more complicated, yes, but I think overall they're adding something to the game that wasn't there before, and just a little extra complexity is not a bad thing in my mind. Using a bigger pipe there, just because I think we may need it. And now we should have water getting to the correct people. 34,000 people in just this episode. Nice. Okay, anyone living with their parents? 253. That means we have to open up one more building. And I have to do this slowly because if I open up all the buildings at once, we will have a lot of people living in here in this area. And if they do that, we're not going to have the utilities running like we need it. Okay, we have now water coming in. I don't have sewage out yet, and that's just basic sewage. It's not the real sewage. So how about next time we're gonna add water here. We're gonna add sewage here, but also the drinking water and the house sewage. That's a little different. And then that industrial area is pretty much done. By the time that is done, I am very much hoping that our helicopter crew is ready to go, that our helicopter pieces are ready to go, which I don't think I have assigned everything yet, but we're getting there. Looks like bitumen. I could start bringing bitumen down here. How about we do that? You, are you? I guess you're only moving fuel. Fuel. Okay. You're not. There's no bitumen happening here. That is fuel. This is bitumen. So let's collect some stuff from bitumen and bring that down to the place. I want you to load and I want you to unload here until you're at least that much percent. Only bitumen from here, and that should be fine. Okay, that should take care of that. We got the heliports done. We got these guys moving along. How is our production here? That is okay. How is your consumption? Much better. This is the number that I want to see there. Good. You weren't very high before. You're still a little high. Okay, so we could have gone with a bigger substation there. 158%. That one is a little scary. I think we will need another substation in this general area. Let's just do that. Not a substation, but it's a geothermal producer. It looks like if I put you there, I don't get power. Where's the closest power source? It's down there. There's one here too. So I think if I just add the geothermal to this spot, we will be in an okay. We will be okay. Let's just do this. This area overall will require a lot of heat, and honestly, this is stupid because we have some of these big buildings in range, and these are all relatively big buildings, so I should just make this a medium-sized one and hope that this supplies enough heat for most of the locations here. It will even supply some heat for the hotel guests over there and some smog, so they get the real experience, and that will be fine. Only thing I'm going to do now is make sure that all of these construction pieces are being worked on, which apparently they aren't at this point. Number 3, you can come out here and do some things. Very good. Okay, there's a thing. I wasn't sure if there was a heliport that they can actually get to. So they can come out here, do all those things. Where did I put the electronics components? They are down here. Number 4, please get that done. Oh, and then wood is out here. That also needs to get done. Very good. As you can see, busy, busy, busy. I still have to move all the materials around when we get there, but once this airport area is done, well, we'll fly some airplanes. Then we should also in that time have the construction offices done. The first one is already done. The next ones are coming. It will be a little expensive, but I should have enough money to make all that work. And the next plan is that island over here. Because it's relatively far away, I think the heli construction will help us get this done much better. I still have to do water and sewage here and probably a bunch of other things. There are some construction offices up here that I kind of neglected up to this point. They've burned down a couple times. I have nothing, no fuel coverage in that area, so that's okay. It also looks like I should supply these guys with a lot more workers so they can do more, and also probably get some water in here that could be helpful, but I'm not sure that I'm going to do that yet. Bauxite, we're getting that in here. That is exciting. Very exciting. How are we doing over here? That bauxite looks good. So yeah, everything is moving. Everything is doing the things that we need to do. These guys are now almost done. We can start bringing cement here. This guy needs to get done before we can start bringing gravel here. But as you can see, I'm doing everything I can to speed up the rest of the process, the rest of everything. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we move over here, because there's oil on this island, and there's a lot of coal in this area. Both things we could need, especially when we start exporting with bigger ships. But yeah, that's my plan for right now. And if we get over here, I think the main goal is vehicle production. So this is more the modern area. We can even have electrical rail and electrical wires and electric something, and go from there. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with this. The space actually just worked out for what I need. I don't know how pretty it's going to be when I'm done with it, because that's just nature of the beast. But I'm excited to see how this comes out. Very nice. That's all done. The building needs to get done. I'm excited to actually be able to get these all these fences done without having to auto build them, because these helicopters will be able to take care of all of that for me. That's exciting. Oh, this pipe is not done yet. That is not good. Click on you. What do you need? You're almost done. You have everything you need. You just don't have any workers, and I hope the workers are heading your way soon enough. But I think we're good. Everything's running. Everything's doing well. I think one of the things that I need to make... No, I'm fine. I have to rearrange where these guys get their workers from, but that's the smallest problem we have right there. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.